Welcome back to Studios and Dungeons once again. We have unfortunately once again said goodbye to our last group, and we are now moving into the final group of this campaign. As per usual, I am Grayson Moon. I'm your Dungeon Master and podcast manager for this semester. And with me today, I have...
I am Coleton Zimmerman. I'm the live events director at Studio.
Hey, this is Aidan Haney, and I am the studio manager for Studio 76.
And I am Dusty Bessire. I'm the activities and involvement director.
All right. That is our new group for this final bit of the campaign. And today they have all brought new characters with them. So starting with you, Colton, who are you playing today?
I am playing Wanda Espresso, a wannabe singer. She is a bard who is working here with the company as a part-time job while she's trying to get her music career going. So,
all right. And Aidan?
So today I'm going to be playing Gurr Burr. That's Gurrburr. He is a 7-foot-tall, 600-pound half-orc with the proportions of a toddler. Gurr Burr has joined the company because he needs to make some money to save his grandma's cottage from being repossessed by her heartless landlord.
And finally, Dusty?
I am Sir Kira Knightley, and I am a 7'5" Goliath paladin who has taken an oath of vengeance and has joined the company, hoping to come across those who have double-crossed me.
Excellent. Okay, so as everybody should now be familiar with, you guys are with the Waldo Trading Guild. Your convoy has just crashed into some strange uninhabited plane, and you guys are now scavenging the nearby planes to try to find replacement parts. So currently what has just happened is Finch and Pathfinder Terrence have just sent away the other group, and he's now moving on to you guys, which is the last group of the recovery teams. And he goes up to you and says,
Well... hello to all of you. There is a reason that I saved all of you for last, and that is because I do not wish for envy to flare up amongst the other groups. Because as you see, your recovery should be the easiest of all of them. There is a nearby plane, which I have a contact with, who I will occasionally purchase parts for our carriages from. And last I conversed with him, he still had an ether core reel with him. So... I should be able to send you the plane. You should be able to go there, pick up the ether core reel from him. You should be able to buy it on credit. He knows that I am good and I repay my debts. If you do need to grease the wheels a little bit with some of your own currency, then I will reimburse you for whatever you spend. However, I will need a paper trail, as most things in the company do. So you will need to have him sign off that you paid him a certain amount. And it should be a quick hop into his tool shop and then retrieve the part and come home to us. How many questions?
Gurr like easy.
I think this will be just great.
Could you start from the beginning?
So
I am sporting an 8 intelligence, I just realized.
that is true.
Oh,
that
hey,
is true.
same.
Cool.
So-
We should go far.
He kind of looks at Gurr Burr and Kira, and kind of slowly goes through that whole spiel again, using simpler words this time. He says,
And now Pathfinder Terrence will send you on your way.
And Pathfinder Terrence steps up. He casts a spell on you, which gives you all the ether amulets. And as a reminder, those are sort of ethereal necklaces that when you crush the end of, will send you back to the company, to this sort of plateau that you guys are situated on. And so Pathfinder Terrence, after he does that, he then begins to wave his hands, and you are all engulfed in a sudden flash of blue light, and you guys, your mind kind of gets sent spinning, your eyes are completely overwhelmed by this bluish light, and you feel like you're being stretched like dough. And then in an instant, that is completely over, and you are standing in a dark alley, the mouth of which yawns open with sort of dark purplish blue light from some nearby lights.
For the listeners, what would the sound effect of that transition be?
Oh, Gurr Burr not feel good.
It was all right. I feel fine. How you doing?
What was that smell?
Sorry.
So you guys go to this mouth of the alley and you kind of look out, and you are standing in a sort of metropolis right now, a very urban, dense city. There's a wide street in front of you, buildings towering on either side of you with sort of what looks almost like electric lights lining the street. And Finch did give you the directions to the shop. It should be, what you're looking for is Simeon's Assorted Hardware. It is on what was the on Dead Oak Way, which you should hopefully be close to right now, but you don't know because this sort of teleportation that you were given is a little imprecise.
Okay. I believe Wanda is gonna start looking for directions, I guess,
Okay.
or looking for where they're at.
All right. So what is she looking for? How are you going? about this?
Probably street signs or some sort of marking to tell her where she's at.
Okay. You look at some of the local street signs, and the street that you are currently on looks to be Paver's Way.
Okay.
You
Are
don't
there any like civilians?
see a Dead Oak Way, and on any street sign that you can see right now.
Okay. Is there anybody like walking around near us?
Yeah, it looks to be currently like sort of late night, but there are still a few people going about their business along the road.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the first group that I see.
Okay. All right, so you walk up to this is a single halfling in a comparative to him a very large trench coat, but on any of you guys would be like a vest.
Okay.
And he's kind of has his head down, just kind of going about his business.
Excuse me. You happen to know where what was it? Dark Oak Lane is?
Huh? What? Oh,
It's Dead Oak.
Dead Oak Lane.
oh, Dead Oak Way.
Way, yeah, that one.
Well, it's about 2 blocks down that way. And he points back behind him. He says, "There's nothing worth there. So I don't know what you're wanting there."
That's all right. Thank you for the directions, kind sir.
All right. So you now have some directions to Dead Oak Way.
Perfect.
Onward.
Onward and upward.
So you guys go along this street for another 2 blocks, and then you see a street sign that says Dead Oak Way. And you look along the street that it follows, and it's kind of this road that curves off out of sight and kind of goes downward. It's very close and cramped and a little more dirty than the street that you're on right now.
Cool. All right, boys, let's go down this creepy looking road.
Which way?
It's this way.
Sounds good to Gurr Burr.
All right, I'm with a bunch of idiots. Let's go.
What's your intelligence at?
10. I'm also not the
The
brightest.
genius,
That
the
is
genius of the
2
group.
points higher than the rest of them.
I'm still fairly wise. My understanding is intelligence is like the book smarts.
Yeah.
Wisdom is a little more of the street smarts and the
Yeah.
instincts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're definitely going to be. What's your charisma?
Charisma 16.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be talking
Yeah.
most
There
of
you
the
go.
time for us.
Excellent, which I'm sure she is perfectly fine with.
Look, Gerber's
yes.
endearing. He might be dumb and big, but he's endearing. He's got a 13 charisma.
Yeah, I'm a 14.
Nice. Okay.
Ugly or
All right, so you guys are traveling along this Dead Oak Way. It's as you travel along, it gets a little darker. Like not so much that you can't see, but just the streetlights here are a little more dim as you travel along. The few amount of people that are on there kind of give you mean side eyes as you pass them, and eventually you see a sign hanging over an old concrete shop that says Simeon's Assorted Hardware.
Perfect. I believe this is where we need to go, gentlemen.
Why is everybody staring at us?
I don't know.
I shout at the nearest person, "Why don't you sketch a parchment? It lasts longer."
Gurr Burr just kind of looks over at Kira and gestures to both of their height.
Oh.
Yeah, you boys are all big and strong and tough, so they might be looking at you.
That's what Grandma said.
You're gonna do the voice the whole
Or
time,
maybe
right?
they're looking at my fine looks, and she flips her hair a little bit and then walks it towards the building.
Okay. So you walk into Simeon's Assorted Hardware. You open the door, and inside it is a pretty cramped shop. It's pretty small already, but what space is in there is being taken up by a bunch of shelves with a bunch of pieces and hunks of metal that you don't even recognize what they do. You could even begin to think of what purpose they serve, anything. And at the other end of the room, you see a human man sitting at the counter, kind of scrubbing at this blackened piece of metal. And he looks up as you enter and he says, what can I do for you?
Remind me what the name of the part is we're getting again.
The ether cord reel.
I'm going to write that down somewhere.
You must be Mr. Simeon.
I can says that I am.
I'm just on my knees in his shop, I assume. Is about cramped it is.
I don't necessarily think you need to be on your knees, but you're definitely hunched over right now.
Hello, sir. We're here for an ether cord. A boss sent us here and said you'd be able to help us.
An ether cord reel. Now that's a very strange request. Not many people would want an ether cord reel, let alone even know what it does.
We don't know what it does, but we
Nope.
know we need the Ethernet.
It's for our boss. See, he said you guys are good friends.
Now the only person I know who would need an ether cord reel and also call me a good friend, that would be old Mr. Finch with the Waldo Trading Guild.
Yes, that's him. We're with him.
Now I do know he is always good with his money. He always pays up. He always pays when he can, and he always pays what he owes. But unfortunately, I don't have an ether cord reel with me at the moment. I sold it off about 2 weeks ago. Now,
And telling us to who?
I do know where it ended up, but you're probably not gonna like it. Now I'll tell you the information on 2 conditions. 1, you didn't hear it from me, all right? And 2, I'm not gonna help you recover it, all right?
All right.
You seem afraid of this person?
It's not person, it's people. Now, y'all agree?
Gerber agree.
I'm a man of my word.
Of course.
Now, unfortunately, I sold to somebody, and that somebody sold it to the Bloodleaf crew. Now they're a racing gang off of this dockside warehouse in Irondale Road. Now there's some mean people in there, and they don't play kindly. All right. Now street racing here in Silverlight City is really looked down on upon the law, so they operate covertly. And more importantly, they don't like anybody getting in their business. So I can tell you where their warehouse is, but again, you gotta go there yourself. See, I gotta keep at least cordial relations with them because I don't want them coming in and busting my door down. You understand?
Understood. Question for you. If the Ethernet cable is the type of thing that you said was rare for people to want and to use, so what does a street racing game want with something like this?
Well, my guess would be they think it'll give them an edge. Now, I couldn't exactly tell you how, but they must think it's good for them because those things don't come cheap.
Well, listen, I think if we just go over there and say, please, 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 give us the cable, I believe they'll do it.
Well, that's mighty optimistic of you. I can't say I share the same optimism.
Surely you must have an in. Who was your point of contact that you sold it to from the Bloodleaf gang? I keep saying game. Is it a game as well?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a game. They take it very seriously. Now, I sold it to Denaro over there. He's the contact with the guild, but I don't think he's gonna help you get in there because he's how we say friendly with them, a little more friendly than I am.
How does one join the Bloodleaf gang?
I keep my nose out of that business. I couldn't tell you.
Do you have a precise location and maybe directions to get there?
Oh yeah. So as I said, it's this dockside warehouse on the Irondale River. It's labeled as the Iron Shrub Shipping Company. That's the sort of front that they have, and he then gives you directions that you need to take to get there.
I mean,
Okay.
Dark Side Warehouse sounds like a nice area of the city, right?
Friendly place.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
boutique shops, things of that nature. Well, out of character, any other questions for this fine gentleman?
No, I think I'm good. So
Do us two giants manage to walk out of this shop without destroying anything?
That is a very good question. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Mr. Gurr Burr.
no.
Rolled a 13.
A 13. Okay, with 13, we'll say that you almost knocked something off the shelf, but you managed to catch it in time. And you put it back on, and then you leave without disturbing anything else.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
A rare occurrence. For
All right.
Herbert.
Okay. So then you guys, I am now assuming, leave Simeon's shop, having, all the information that you think you need right now.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth maybe proceeding incognito?
And how do you propose that?
Well, we just throw up a hood, isn't that how it goes?
I mean, I guess we could disguise ourselves.
I don't know.
We could find something.
Okay. Well, as you guys are leaving the shop, Simeon says, "I do wish you all the best. I got no love for the Bloodleaf crew. If you mess them up, that's all okay in my book. So I do wish you all the best."
One last question,
Yes.
if you don't mind. How much did you sell it for?
Now that I cannot disclose. That's customer confidentiality.
Really? Because my friend here, Ms. Espresso, would like to ask you again. Can we charisma check her?
I could. Yeah. Let me do that. I'm gonna roll a little charisma and ask him.
Is there,
Right.
Or would that be charisma? Or would that be
That would be persuasion. Yeah.
Remind me, if the little dot is filled in next to it, that just means
You have proficiency,
efficiency. Okay.
proficiency.
I just couldn't.
We can't guarantee efficiency.
Yeah,
But
I just couldn't
proficient.
remember what means if I have like advantage or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait. I might. Oh, never mind.
That is a 17.
A 17. A 17. He says, "Well, I can't give you the exact number, but I can say it was definitely say north of 5,000."
And how much we gonna sell it to our boss for? How much we gonna sell it to our boss for?
Oh well, if you recover it, then it's free for you.
I like the sound of that, huh, boys?
Hey, I ain't making you pay for any of this.
Well-
This was just a conversation between friends, and I hope that if anything goes wrong, you do get captured, that you're reminded of my generosity here, and you don't spit my name. out.
Yes, of course. I would never. And as I like to say, thanks. I'll be on my way.
Bye.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys are now back out on the street. Are you guys gonna head there, or?
I mean, obviously, they're night racers. So maybe we catch them in the middle of the action. We have a crowd to move through. But the
While
thing is,
they're
you and
busy.
I aren't going to be
I mean, we're
like-
going to stand right out.
Yeah.
Now, I will say I do have 2 costumes and a disguise kit.
Is one a banana costume?
It could be, I guess. I don't know necessarily what 2 costumes means in my supplies.
It just means 2 costumes. It doesn't specify what they are.
In my eyes, it just means I have 3 disguise kits, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
This might be a silly question, but what are they racing exactly?
you don't know.
we
I
don't
guess
know.
we could have asked
Like
that.
slimes? Just like random slimes through the streets?
Yeah.
Do they race for pink slips?
You don't know. You don't have
We're gonna find
any
out.
more details on this
right.
whole street racing scene.
I
So
hope it's Fast and the Furious.
all right, boys. While we're walking, Wanda's gonna kind of talk a game plan here. She's gonna be like, "All right, listen. I think we go see what these boys look like, and then we use some of my costumes and disguises to kind of blend in, and then we try to race for the item we're trying to get that I forgot the name of, and I have to flip my paper
Yeah,
over.
the Ethernet cable.
Ethernet cord.
The ether cord reel.
I'm sorry, Grayson. It will be the Ethernet cable
Yeah.
for the remainder of the session.
No, I think that only one group has used the correct. Well, no, I don't think any group has used the correct name the entire way through. I understand. It's what happened.
This will for
That's how it
sure be like Fast and Furious 1, though, where it will be, we're racing for pink slips, you know? I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so I think we just make our way.
Yeah. So you guys weave your way through Silverlight City, going to the Irondale River. And as you get closer to where he said the warehouse is, you kind of realize that you're getting into the nastier, seedier side of town. There are more rundown houses. There are more people, sitting on the side of the street, kind of glaring at you. And some more busted windows, some more broken light posts. But eventually, you come over to sort of the close to the docks where you can see the supposed Iron Shrub Shipping Company warehouse. It looks like a pretty big warehouse. You can see that there is a shipping yard right now that looks like the main entrance into the warehouse. And currently there are 2 guards standing outside the gate who are arguing with each other right now.
Okay. And we can't really see anyone else besides the guards?
No. The shipping yard, well, supposed shipping yard, looks pretty deserted right now, at least from what you can see.
Are the guards in like a uniform, or are they like street clothes? You know?
They're both wearing caps that say Iron Shrub Shipping Company, but apart from that, they're kind of just in street clothes.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm trying to get the vibe of what the people would wear in the racing game, but we can't really see any of them besides the guards. So
I just smacked my mic.
I have a plan.
Yes.
Through the use of Tyr's magic, I say we command one of these, through the use of the spell command, to fight the other guard. Now, will he? Yeah. Oh, if your command is directly harmful. So the spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if the command is directly harmful to it. Would you, as the GM, consider that?
I would
directly
say
harmful?
yes. Getting into a fight is
say-
harmful.
Scream or fight or argue.
Well, they already got that covered.
I do want to add,
yeah.
I also have sleep, so I could put one of them to sleep.
Cool. One guy, run away. Other guy, sleep. Boom.
Yeah.
Problem solved. This will work. It'll be super easy. We'll get right in.
Before we send it, can I try to hear what they're arguing about?
Sure. Give me a perception check to see how much of the conversation you pick up.
Okay.
I'd like to join in on that.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. I get distracted by the sound of a bird
What'd
in
you
the
roll?
distance. That's a 10.
A 10?
3.
Oh, wait, you got distracted by the bird in the distance.
What was the roll again? Just perception. 16.
16. Okay, so Wanda kind of picks up the conversation pretty well from the distance that she's at. They're arguing about how you believe a third friend that they have took drink from both of their flagons the last time they were at the tavern, and they're both arguing about whether or not he did. And they're both constantly switching sides on if that third friend did or not.
Okay. So I could also, here's another funny thing I could do. I could also zone of truth them for their argument and see if maybe that gets them to like...
You're right. And, we were going to do something harmful to them, but what if we Dr. Phil'd this situation? Can we help them resolve their differences?
I believe Zone of Truth has them tell the truth to the best of their knowledge. So it will be what they believe
That
to
is
be
fair,
the truth.
but I'm wondering if maybe because they're arguing, they'll start saying like insults to each other that are like too truthful, and it'll start a fight or something. Or maybe help them bond. I don't know. I don't know what we're going in for.
I think we can help resolve differences.
Yeah.
Or we could just command one of them to run and put the other one to sleep.
I honestly do like the command and sleep idea. I really do. I think that'll work better.
Yeah, but I'm kind of interested to see how your whole resolve their differences thing goes.
I mean, I can also go in there with my charisma. So
What if we never got into combat throughout this entire session and Mrs. Espresso just talked her way through
you know
everything?
what? Actually, do we want to try that? I can try that, and then if the charisma thing is like kind of working, I can also do the zone of truth thing.
Yeah. So if things aren't going well from a distance, give us a code sound. Caw-caw! You know, and then we will command.
So in character, I'm gonna be like, all right, boys, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna charm these boys. I'll give you a warning of some sort. I don't know what I'll do.
What's the safe word?
What should be the safe word, boys?
Help.
I'm thinking I'll say
Dolphin noise.
I don't want to do a dolphin noise.
What's a dolphin?
Okay, out of character.
You can't think of a word?
Out of character. I'm trying to come up with a joke off the top of my head, but I can't. You know what, boys? I'll just say
Sweet roll.
sweet roll. That's a good one. I'll shout sweet roll if I need help. All right.
All right.
So she's gonna make her way down to these gentlemen.
Okay. So how is she approaching this?
She's just going to walk up and she's like, "Hey there, boys. What's going on? I see you guys are arguing about something. Is there anything I can do to help you?"
They both look over at you, and one of them kind of scratches their head, and they say, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
I was just walking by and I heard you boys fighting and I thought it was just a darn right shame.
I mean, I'd say our arguments are our business.
Oh, well, of course, it is your business, but I just wonder if I could help because, you know, you guys seem like such nice boys. I just wanted to see what was wrong.
Well, you see, the whole crux of our argument here is that we don't know which of each other saw what happened. So unless you can magically find out what happened, then I don't think you're much.
You know, I may not be able to know what happened, but I know that I can solve the bickering.
Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, what are your fellas' names?
The one who's been talking says, "Well, I'm." What are their names? Let me look up real quick.
I like that his southern drawl rubbed off on
Yeah,
you.
it did.
You're Blanche Devereaux. Like, totally got him in.
Yeah. The one who's talking says, "Well, I'm Scratch, and my partner here's Left. We're guarding this here gate for the Iron Shrub Shipping Company."
Yeah, well, I don't care what you got, and I mean, that's none of my business. What is this other fella's name that you've been arguing about?
Our other fella?
Yeah, the other fella, not you two.
Oh, that's our buddy Makar. He's a friend of both of ours.
I see, and he's wronged you in some way.
Yeah, well, you see, we were at the tavern just a few days ago, and as we were drinking, me and Left kind of we kind of passed out a little bit, and when we came to, everything that was in our mugs was gone, and so was Makar, and so we think that he drank what was left in our mugs, and it was rightfully ours.
I see.
Kira looks at Gurr Burr and says, "This is taking a long time." And then so I just cast command on one of the guys. So you speak a one-word command to a creature. You can see him with range. I'm assuming I'm within 60 feet. We've hung back.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to... We're on a dock. My one-word command is swim.
Okay. All right. Okay, and so what do I need to do for that?
So they need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they will follow the command on their next turn.
All right. Okay,
Come on,
so
Lo.
what is my spell save DC?
Just mid-conversation, this guy's going to bolt. And sorry, say again?
What is the spell save DC?
Your DC is 12.
12. Well, let's see.
That's lame.
They rolled a 1, a natural 1.
You love to
So we'll say this is targeting Left, the guy who wasn't speaking for all of that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have an important question.
Yes.
Was he standing on the left?
Yes.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I like that you're just like, well, what's the other fella's name? And he just starts booking
he was standing to the left of Scratch, but to Wanda, he was on the right of the pair. So just this voice just booms, swim, and then Left just kind of straightens turns and just starts sprinting towards the water.
And then I just yell, "Sweet roll!"
And then Scratch is like,
What?
Left! Where are you going? Where are you going?
Wow, where's he going?
And so then Scratch kind of runs off after him and is yelling, "Left!
Oh,
What are you doing?"
bye, Scratch.
And
I
so
give
now
Gurr
the
Burr a
gate
fist
is
bump.
clear.
Guys, what was that?
You're taking a long time.
Yeah, I was doing my thing.
Sorry. But let's go.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right, let's take a peek in here and see if we can see what they look like so we can disguise.
Flip the hair. You lead the way.
Yeah, who's stealthy?
Not
Are
I.
any of you stealthy?
I've got a. Is that a 3? Hold on, that's really small.
Yeah, the lettering on the.
I've got a +3.
Just
in
plus
stealth.
3.
I've got no bonuses, but no negatives
Yeah,
either.
no, same. It'd be awesome if you were 7 feet tall and super dexterous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saving throws against being charmed. That's not helpful.
Hey, what's your instrument, by the way, as a bard?
I don't remember. What was it? I chose rapier, rapier, and a flute.
You
Good
rockin'
combo.
flute.
Yeah, rock and blue.
That's rad,
Talking
dude.
about.
Oh, I also have a pan flute, some drums, and some bagpipes.
Can you?
Sounds like that's weighing you down. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, can you play the pan flute with your nose?
That's great, John Cena.
No.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys are then going into the shipping yard?
Grayson's like, "Are you walking in or not? Like, what is going on?" Yes, we enter with Ms. Espresso leading the way.
Okay, so you guys walk in the shipping yard. There are a few scattered sealed containers, but it looks like there's nothing of immediate interest. And as I said before, it looks pretty deserted in the yard. There's nobody around in the yard right now. If I don't give you door options for any of the rooms that you enter, just let me know because I sometimes forget.
I'm sure.
So there is a set of double doors in front of you, and a smaller set of double doors to the right.
Your call.
Mago, I mean, we could take a vote.
No, you are a strong female leader. We're following you.
Oh, you're right. You know, every group needs a strong female lead.
As she's
And-
saying that, Gerber's opening the closer set of doors.
Actually, we're going this way.
I believe the
All right.
closer set is the doors to the right.
Cool. We'll go that way. I'm
Here we
okay with
go.
Okay,
Gerber
so
leading the way.
so you push open these doors, and this is a relatively large room. It looks like some sort of circular indoor track. Unfortunately, there are no vehicles or anything out right now. It's empty of basically anything of importance.
What kind of floor? Dirt floor?
No, it's like concrete asphalt floor.
Gotcha.
Any residue or what's on the ground?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
that. So we're still not really aware of what type of racing they do.
No.
Okay.
Okay, there are more doors in front of you and to your left and to your right.
Let's roll a d4. And from left to right, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there well, there's technically 4 doors because you did just come from one, so there are 4 directions.
So
Okay.
let's do 1, 2, 3, and then if we get 4,
4, you re-roll. Yeah, we rolled as a d3. 1. We're going to the left.
There we
To the
go.
left? Okay. So you push through the door to the left. And inside, this looks to be, I'll call it sort of assembly hall. It looks like where they assemble a lot of their vehicles together. You see some wheels that are just like 1 or 2 feet wide, or not wide, but like in circumference.
Yeah.
Some shelves that are full of parts, some chains and stuff. Can anybody give me an intelligence check?
Dude,
I'd love to.
it's a D&D motorcycle. Sweet. This is going to be a d20
So just
minus
straight
1.
intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence.
Cool.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
5, Dusty.
I got distracted by a bird in the distance. I got a 3.
3.
Hey, wow, Gerber actually did the best on an intelligence check, but it's still only a 6.
Oh my god! So you guys just cannot place what these parts would be for. You just can't parse what these are for. But moving past that, it looks like there was recently a scuffle in here. A few of the shelves are knocked over, and you even see a few splatters of blood leading to a door. And once again, you have doors in every direction in front of you, to the left and to the right. And the blood trail is leading to the right.
I would like to roll a survival check. Smell, taste this blood. Is it human or is it animal?
Okay, go for it.
That is an 18 plus 3.
Okay. So you take a look at this blood, and you kind of look at it, kind of smell it, and this definitely seems
I'm
to
gonna taste
be
it.
human blood. It doesn't seem to be any sort of beast or creature or anything.
Okay. All right, sorry, as you guys might be able to tell, I'm very worried about random monsters being in this place.
Yeah.
Did you just lick that blood?
The only surefire way to know.
Gerber doesn't see
As
the
you're studying
problem.
this blood, you hear some yelling and shouting from the door to the left. So just to recap, there's a door that was in front of you, and then blood trail to the right, yelling to the left.
I think that we should peek through the door to the right. Is there a
The right?
keyhole?
I wanted to peek at the one on the left where the yelling is.
Either way, let's peek at both.
Let's peek at both.
But I don't think we should Scooby-Doo's it.
Okay, which one are you guys doing
No,
first?
let's not split up, gang.
I want to peek in the left one first.
Yeah, towards the yelling.
Huzzah.
Okay, so you guys peek through the door to the left, and through the door to the left, it looks like a sort of showroom, where some of their most flashy vehicles are positioned. And now that you guys have seen them assembled, you see that these are a number of bicycles.
Like not motorcycles.
Not motorcycles,
Bicycles.
bicycles with pedals and everything.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Are,
Sweet, dude.
are they using the ether cord as a chain on their bike?
Not any that you can see here.
Oh, dude, it is Fast and the Furious. Ethernet cable is NOS.
You see a red
Yeah,
bike.
dude.
Then so these are sort of all on like display like plinths. You see a red bike, a green flame painted bike, a yellow and black bike, and a slick blue bike. But so once again, in front of you, the room's in front of you, and then on the right there is another door. And around this door is about how many was it? About 5 people around this door who are kind of yelling at it. And there seems to be a halfling it's a gnome who is sort of in charge of this, and he is sort of yelling at this other room right now.
Can we understand what they're saying?
Give me some perception checks to see how well you can pick up on what he's yelling about.
You got it.
To see if you can discern his mad ramblings.
I got a dirty 20. 19 plus 1.
That is a 22.
9.
We
Gurr Burr
perceived the
is
hell out of this.
completely uninterested in what's happening, but you two. So you can pick up on what the gnome is yelling pretty well. It would mostly be what is being yelled back that would be the issue, but because of your rolls, you discern it pretty well. The gnome yells, "You're lucky Mr. Bloodleaf ain't here. If he were here, he'd be dead in your hide. You need to come out of there right now." And then back from the other room, you hear, "No, we're not coming out, not after what we heard over there."
You and I, I'm just going to repeatedly make that noise.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I think there's some people hiding in that other room that saw something. I don't know what. Probably what we're seeing here with all this blood.
When you turn back to say that, you see the reason Gerber could not make out the yelling in the room next door is because he found a snack in his pocket and got distracted.
Can I have some?
Oh, Grandma made this for me.
Okay.
Gerber looks down at the snack in his hand, and he looks back over at Kira.
Put
And
my
it-
lip out.
His eyes kind of sink a little bit, and then he breaks it in half and hands it over.
You're such a good friend.
It's not appetizing.
It's okay at best.
I think someone is hurt.
From what we saw in the room, can we kind of tell what kind of clothing they're wearing?
Yeah, so it still looks like they're all kind of wearing street clothes, but all of them are wearing a sort of blood red jacket with green stripes going down the sleeves.
Oh, okay. So they have a very specific uniform. I don't think I have access to.
So, let me understand this correctly. So, we eavesdropped in the door to the left, and through that door into another door that's deeper into that room. They're yelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then.
So this is in the opposite direction of the blood trail.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now I think we take a moment to go see the right door
Precisely my thought too.
Same.
before we move any further.
Okay. So you guys move across to the other door, and you peek through it. And this looks to be a sort of barracks or lounge. There's a bunch of beds. There's some couches. A place for people to just sleep and hang out. However, it looks like it would normally be a bit of a mess, but it looks even more of a mess right now. A number of beds have been overturned. Some tables have been completely smashed. Especially closer, there is a door on the left side that looks like it has a lot of wreckage around it. And there are a couple like pools of blood and scatters of blood. And you even see an entire severed arm close to that door on the left.
Oh,
It's tight.
Great.
sick.
Can we look at? Are there trunks at the end of the beds?
No.
Can I roll and investigate? I think we should all roll and investigate. Are there any jackets?
Yeah, I want to look for jackets, like their jackets.
All right, go for it.
Come on, Red. Don't fail me now. Yes.
17.
I got an 18. 17 plus 1.
11.
Still finishing that snack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll say with that, you do find some jackets, but they are kind of torn up, and some of them are stained with blood.
And they're really small for us.
Yeah.
Well, definitely for my two giants here, they're pretty small.
I mean, better than nothing.
I think I think that maybe we can hold on to these for a little bit until we see if we can find some better ones. But I'd say we don't go in there with the cut up, bloody ones. For
Yeah,
sure.
worth keeping for a minute.
Yeah. Did we see anything else while we were investigating the room?
Nothing of immediate notice.
Okay.
Just like obviously like some stuff that you like, some sheets and stuff.
And then, is there another door in this room?
Yes. So there is the door to the left, which has all the blood and everything around it, and then there's another door to the right, which looks normal.
Which way do we want to go? Do we want to follow the blood?
Okay, let's. Kara says, let's think about this. So, we know the big wig is going to have the Ethernet cable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe instead of involving ourselves in whatever this mess is, we try to find the chambers, see if maybe we could find it without getting involved.
That's. I believe that's the optimal outcome, but the matter at hand is that I don't know how we're going to find the boss without talking to anybody.
I feel like we're about to get involved in a hostage negotiation situation, a standoff.
Yeah, but could we get around if we keep going this way through this other room?
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility we could get around to where the other group is barricaded in.
Right. That my thought is like they're distracted right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a leg up if we're helping those that are trying to get away. Right.
Right.
That's leverage for information.
And remind me, the room we're in that we were peeking into the doors from, there is another straight path, right?
In the which
In the
room?
one they fought in where we followed the blood from and where the other group is yelling from, like the central room. Basically.
While Grayson's mapping this out, what was your grandmother's treat?
My grandmother's treat. So I don't want to disparage her. She is a wonderful cook. Gurr Burr just has strange taste. And it was, the inner part was kind of akin to an overcooked funnel cake.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a thick layer of something gelatinous and slimy around the outside of that. Yeah.
D&D Jello.
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely.
Ice cream Jello.
Okay. So here I have a map. So this is the room with the blood. This is the room with the guys. The hostages are in here, presumably. This was the assembly hall.
Gotcha. So there is a door going straight in that room, or is it just okay? Perfect.
Yeah, there's another door in the assembly room that we haven't, the assembly hall that we haven't looked through yet.
I do believe we should look in that one real quick then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So you open that door, and this looks to be a sort of storage room. There's a ton of very cramped shelves that have a bunch of boxes on them. A lot of them boxes haven't even been opened. But you go through, and it does look to be there is a door that would lead to where presumably the hostage group is.
Okay. Can we investigate in here real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Just, I guess we should probably keep an eye out for outfits, but also just anything valuable.
Just in case there's like the ether cord is in here.
Sir, Kira Knightley is going to suggest that one of us watch our six, one investigate that door. Because I'm going to say now, if I was locking myself in a room, I'd booby trap the hell out of it. And the other one look for jackets.
That is smart. I'd like to investigate the door then.
Okay. The door into the other room?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
It's not gonna be great. I don't think I have a plus in that one. Let's see. Investigation.
All right,
It's a
I'll watch
10.
the hallway.
10?
Just a straight 10. Yep.
Okay, with a 10, I will say that the door you don't see anything noteworthy about the door.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go tearing through all the boxes and everything, but Gerber's just taking a look around, seeing if there's anything sitting out that, stands out.
Okay, go for it.
14.
14. Okay, with a 14, I will say that you don't find anything of interest, but you do find an open box of bike chains that you can play around with.
Oh, exciting.
What if we Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph our own bike, from scratch through all of these parts?
Yeah, we'll just build it right here.
All right, so nothing on the door.
No.
Okay, nothing in the hallway still. I'm watching our six.
Nope.
Okay. I say we open the
Go
door.
through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go and start trying to push the door, but it immediately stops, and it's barricaded on the other side. It's definitely not like locked. There's something blocking the way, like somebody pushed like a shelf in front of it or something.
I just want to knock. Hello?
With the knock, somebody on the other side kind of
I'm sorry. I don't mean to alarm you. I mean you no harm. Me and my comrades, probably not the word I'd use. me and my friends mean you no harm.
We not Bloodleaf.
All right.
Persuasion.
So what is your goal here?
First, I want to identify don't stab us. We're not here to hurt you. And my end-all goal is to just have a conversation. Hopefully they would let us in.
So you are trying to help them to some extent,
Yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
not trying to hurt them.
Well,
Right.
I think what Sir Kira Knightley would say is, we see that someone's hurt. Do you need help?
So go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Boy, her yawn makes it seem like she's not very worried about this situation. Okay, a perception check.
Yep. No, sorry, not persuasion.
Persuasion. Nat 20,
Nat
baby.
20. So on the other, so say again. So with that 20, what are you saying?
When she screams, I say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you. My friends and I mean you no harm." And then Gurr Burr says, "We not Bloodleaf," and I follow that up with, "We see blood. Someone is hurt. Let us help."
They say, they don't try to check anything, but they do say, we heard something coming up from over the barracks. We're not opening up this door. It did not sound friendly. We're not opening this door for anything.
Is anybody in there hurt though?
No, and we're keeping it that way. You mark my words.
What's going on?
All right.
I don't know, but I heard screaming, heard, I don't know, something. I don't even know what it was.
Are you Bloodleaf?
No, I mean, well, I'm part of the crew, but I don't know if I'm going to be anymore.
How much for your jackets? 10 gold. You pass your jackets through the door frame, we leave.
Or, if you come out, we help you escape.
That too.
We're not risking coming out of here. We know it's safe in here. We're not risking coming out.
Friends can't live in room forever.
Oh, you would be surprised. I'd rather starve to death in here than see what's out in those halls.
I believe maybe we should go see what they're so afraid of. As much as I also don't want to deal with it, that might be the right place to go.
With a performance check or just straight charisma check, I want to try to be deceitful, or I want to try to be deceptive here.
That would be deception.
Oh yeah, there's a whole skill dedicated to that, Dusty.
So what are you trying to do here?
So it's only a 12, but all right, I guess we'll go tell the Bloodleaf that you're in here, unless you hand over the jackets.
She says, "Oh, Big Terry already knows we're in here. That's not changing anything. They already know we're in here, and we aren't coming out."
All right. I don't think we're going to get much out of these
After
folks.
that nat 20 not working, I don't think we're getting them out of here unless we bust the door down, and I don't know if that would help us.
I say we keep cycling through the dialogue options in hopes that a secret one will pop up. All right. Onward.
All right. Now, here's my question for you boys. Do we want to go deal with the angry mob out there, or do we want to go follow the blood trail?
I mean, the paladin and me and Kira probably been more roguish with that interaction, but yeah, Kira Knightley says we should see if there are people who need help.
Okay, so back over to the blood area.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, okay, so you wind your way back into the barracks, and then you push the door. Well, there's not a door there anymore. Actually, it's completely been broken and shattered. So you turn the corner, the short corner in this hallway, and you are just greeted with a scene of slaughter. There is blood covering almost every surface in there. There are a pile of bodies, of eviscerated flesh, of limbs. You think there's roughly somewhere around 7 bodies inside, but you can't completely tell how many bodies are in there. This looks like it was once a med bay, but it's definitely not that anymore. It also looks like on the other side of the room, it looks like there used to be a secret door, but it has just been completely torn off its hinges.
Cool. So you're saying cure wounds won't work?
Probably a little past that.
No
Speak with dead.
healing word.
Healing word.
That's the word.
Can we try to identify what the wounds were inflicted by? Like if it was by a blade or a tooth or a claw?
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
I'll do that too. 17.
17.
I did bad again.
What'd you get? Bro,
6.
brother,
Not as bad
brother,
as
you
me.
gotta start rolling well.
I think I might have hurt myself doing that survival check. I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
So Wanda, with all of your knowledge of wounds, with all your medical knowledge, actually, why ask for this? This should probably be a medicine check, but this also works fine. So you see that this was probably done by like claws or talons. Like this was not weapons that did this. This was something animalistic.
Okay.
All right, boys. This is something monstrous. Not human. Beast.
Beast tastes good. Gurr Burr just saying.
I mean, maybe. We don't know what kind of beast, though. Could be a really weird one.
Weird beast tastes best.
All right. Whatever you say. Do we want to keep going after him?
Definitely not going to hang out in this room anymore.
Yeah.
Are we all handling it all right?
I think
scene
at
of
this-
horror?
I'd say that you guys have seen like bad stuff before.
Okay.
I'm gonna say at this juncture, unsheathing my sword.
Okay.
Valid.
Attack ready at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I think we should make our way through the secret door that got broken open.
It's no longer secret.
The non-secret
unsecret
secret door.
Unsecreted door.
Agreed.
Cool.
All right. So you guys go through what is now just a doorway, and inside, this looks to have once been an almost sort of secret garage, where they would put their best stuff secreted away, away from the eyes of everybody else. But on the other side of the door is another scene of slaughter. There are a couple more bodies scattered around. There is a purple bike that has kind of been tossed on the floor and has almost been broken in half. But inside of this room, one of the bodies inside looks to still be breathing.
I immediately kneel and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, mark off spell slot. And,
Unless it's a medicine check to stabilize.
I mean, you can do a medicine check to see his condition first if you want to, but
But that just gets him out of death, right? That doesn't necessarily mean he'll be talking.
not necessarily. I mean, yeah, whatever you want to do.
Cure Wounds. Actually, I don't need to roll for that, right?
Yeah, no. Well, you will need to roll for how much health, but I mean,
And that's
going to be some amount.
a D8 plus my spell attack, which is 4. So 8 points.
Okay,
That dude's like, yo, what's up?
so you lay your hand on him, not doing lay on hands, but and your life energy flows into him. Some of his wounds reseal. He kind of takes a deep breath, like as life is almost sort of returned to him, and he kind of pushes himself up and leans against the wall and is breathing heavily, and is still sort of out of it, kind of recovering mentally.
Good morning, friend.
And he kind of looks at you and is just kind of looking at you with his mouth agape.
I show him my tear medallion. I mean you no harm. My friends and I, we have a mission, and since I've saved your life, we need some help.
He's only kind of half listening to you, and he just says, "The beasts they came out of nowhere. And he's kind of muttering to himself.
That's a good point. What's the beast?
What did this?
He kind of looks at Gurr Burr, and just for a half second is kind of almost confused or mesmerized by this kind of almost like massive toddler looks like. And he says, these beasts, they fleshy, the talons and the beak with teeth, and they came out of nowhere, and they tore through everything.
How many?
There were, I think there were 4 or 5 of them. One of them was really big and brutal. It tore Jerry to shreds.
Poor Jerry.
Why is the name Jerry always funny to me?
So funny. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Dallas. I've been in the crew just for a little while. I wanted to race, but I didn't think anything like this would ever happen.
Well, good news, Dallas. You're going to live to race again one day. Bad news is I can't let you leave here without a little bit of information.
He kind of buries his face in his hands.
What's the actual name? It's the ether cord?
The ether cord reel.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the ether cord reel, Dallas?
He says, I don't know. Maybe the beasts they came for this Bloodleaf's prized bike, the Throngulator.
Hell yeah, brother.
Mr. Bloodleaf, he wanted this special piece installed on it. I guess that was what Kevin was saying. It was this sort of this blue rope that they tied in place of the gears. But those beasts, they came and they took that cord, and then they disappeared.
Oh, beast take cord.
So these beasts took the cord. It seemed like they came here for the cord.
He kind of puts his head in his hands for a second, kind of thinking. He says, I guess the rest of us were just in the way."
Thief beasts, my least favorite type of beast.
He says, after they got it, it's like they tore a hole in the air in front of them, and then they walked through it and they disappeared. And as he says this, you guys kind of look around the room and you actually notice that there's sort of this kind of purplish glow in the air in the middle of the room that you didn't pick on immediately.
Like they've torn through time and space.
Yeah, and as you look down, you see your ether amulets, which are usually completely invisible, have kind of like become physical a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
with
Materialize.
bluish light. Yeah, materialize a little bit. And you notice as you get a little bit closer to that sort of purplish energy, it kind of starts to widen a little bit.
I think we should pocket our ambulance.
Mm.
These are the only things that guarantee us a way back home, and we don't want them visible to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's a smart decision. I believe we should hide these away for a little bit.
I put them underneath my armor, somewhere close to the chest,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
or mine at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick mine in like a pocket or something, like kind of put away.
Gerber, you have a pretty high survival, right?
I got a +3 on it.
I mean, have we ever heard of a beast that is like this? Or that might be capable of this?
I would say no.
Okay.
This
You're like,
seems-
don't even bother.
yeah,
rolling.
this seems pretty extraordinary.
By any chance, was your boss here when the creatures attacked?
No, Bloodleaf was out planning a race with some of the other racing crews.
All right.
Who else would want your boss's bike?
I mean, every crew in town, but I don't know what who would have these kind of beasts with them.
Well, wait, did they take the whole bike or was it just the cord?
Good question.
Well, it was just the cord. The bike that he gestured to is the bike that is like
The purple
broken
bike?
in half on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, the Throngulator?
Yeah, the
All right.
Throngulator.
Well, I believe maybe we should do the right thing and go tell those other folks that the beasts are gone.
Here's one thing for you, Dallas. There's a group of people that are barricaded in a room. And once this place is cleared out, give me your word that you'll go back and let them know it's safe.
Well, okay. I think I owe him that much.
Also, give me your jacket.
You just really want the jacket now. I don't even think it's gonna be handy.
It's just a matter of principle.
On principle, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I-
So yeah, he takes it off and gives it to you. He says, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be racing with the Bloodleaf crew anytime soon."
Does it fit me?
No. Dallas is a pretty small guy, and
I'm
Kira
only
is not.
7'5".
No,
I
will
put
say-
it on one arm.
I will say Wanda here is 5 feet tall, so I believe maybe it would fit her a little
Yeah.
bit more.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely think
I
they would fit
begrudgingly hand you the jacket that I've tried to hustle out of every person I've come across.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of moving around and shifting around this thing, one of you kind of steps a little close to the purplish glow, and as you do, it kind of opens almost like a window, and you can almost start to see through the tear. And it's definitely not a window to the other side of the room. It definitely looks like it leads somewhere.
Gerber, throw something through it.
Yeah, Gerber was the one who got a little bit too close and started
Sounds
to
about
open. And his eyes just kind of go wide, and he starts slowly taking a step closer to it.
No, Gerber, throw something, not yourself.
No, I think this is happening while we're talking to the guy. I don't think we.
Okay.
I feel like we don't notice this.
So Gerber looks through it.
First, he as it begins to materialize more, he takes his great axe off of his back and he just starts kind of trying to poke at it.
So as you get close up enough to touch it, it widens enough so that you would be able to complete step through it. And on the other side, it almost looks like there's some sort of tunnels on the other side. They seem to be made of some sort of reddish flesh or something.
Okay.
It's the upside down.
Gerber, he, if you guys look over, you see him lick his lips for a second.
Oh no!
But then he reaches into his pocket and takes out another one of Grandma's goodies, takes a nice bite out of it, and then throws it through the portal.
Okay, so you see it pass through and smack the side of the sort of cave wall that you can see, and it falls onto the ground with a sort of wet thwack. Now, you can't exactly tell if that's from the material or from the snack.
Yeah.
Let's wait a moment. You know, we finished our conversation with him.
Okay, Delos is kind of like staring like wide-eyed at the sort of fissure and is almost like shaking right now. So you guys are gonna wait a little bit?
Yeah, we'll give it 30 seconds. Dallas, let him. He needs to make sure he goes back for the people that are in the room, and then let's just. Because if a giant bee starts, coming up on your grandma's treat, then we might need to reevaluate our situation. Smart.
So you guys wait, and after about 20 seconds, his hand suddenly shoots out from and grabs almost the side of the fissure.
Human hand?
It looks almost humanoid, but the fingers kind of extend into long talons.
The Babadook. I'm just kidding.
And it's almost sort of grabbing the edge of the fissure, and then you see its head come around and peer through the hole. And this head, it's the base of the head is almost humanoid shaped, except it's completely featureless. It's red and fleshy, just like the wall behind it. But on its face is this long beak that extends a bit a while off its face. And as it sort of opens its beak, you see that it is lined with almost human teeth.
Ooh.
And as its head comes out, it pulls itself through the fissure and into the room. And it does not look friendly. Everybody roll initiative.
If Gerber was smarter than 8 intelligence, he might have taken a step back and, let the thing get cut in half by the portal, but 8 intelligence.
Okay. Aidan, what'd you get?
That is a 10.
10? All right, Dusty?
I don't have an initiative, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a bonus to initiative. Oh, 17.
17, pretty good. Colton?
I also got 17.
17. Okay.
Can never just let me have my own thing, Colton.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You have a higher dexterity, right?
My dexterity is 15.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So you'll go before I do.
Yes.
Cool. Make sure you pan flute this guy.
Oh, I'm gonna pan flute all over the place.
First up in the order is Colton.
Oh, perfect. Let's see here. I believe for my turn, I will be casting Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
So let me see what I gotta do for that. Do we care about materials in this?
Unless the material has a gold component, a gold cost, then no.
Okay. Cool. Because most games I play don't
Yeah,
really
no.
look at it.
Well, yeah. That's kind of the standing rule is that if a material does not have a cost associated with it, then you just have it.
Okay. Cool. So I believe I don't have to roll for this.
Nope.
So I create a cube 5 feet on each side of spinning daggers. And it's centered on a point I choose within range. And a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So I'm going to put it straight onto the creature, basically.
Yeah.
Like right on the portal. I'm going to put, I'm assuming you've kind of stepped back a little bit as it
As it
enters.
came out, yeah.
So I'm going to put it basically right in front of you. So just don't step forward too much.
Okay. So it rolls a dexterity saving throw, you said?
No. It just takes...
Oh, it just takes damage?
So it says, a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time or on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll the damage then.
So it'll be 4d4.
44?
4d4?
That's a lot of damage.
1. Let's see. Do I even have 4 of those? 3. Let's see here. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. All right.
Dang.
So yeah, these ethereal daggers kind of slash along its skin, and it kind of, it's a sort of banshee-like screech. Dusty, we're on to you.
Yeah, so keep in mind, so I have shield out as well.
Yes.
So for my my friends here, they are going to reap the benefits of my vow of
Enmity?
enmity. Choose a creature within 10 feet. Abjure enemy. So choose one creature within 60 feet. No, what is it? Oh, protection. So when wielding a shield, if an enemy attacks a friend within 5 feet, you may use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack.
Okay.
And then abjure enemy. So choose one creature within 60 feet. That creature must make a wisdom saving throw. This creature within 10 feet, you gain advantage. So what do I have to do for that vow? Do I have to roll anything?
I don't, unless it says you need to roll anything, then you don't. That just takes, you have one charge for that per long rest.
And I can still act on my turn, do more, right?
I think channeling divinity is an action. Does it not say in your thing if it's an action?
Negative.
Okay,
It just
let me
says
pull it up
choose
real
a
quick.
creature with 10 feet. You gain advantage on attacks against them. I'm just wondering, essentially, if I can do that as well as cast a spell.
Yeah.
I imagine I could, right? Because one...
Yeah.
So abjure enemy is what you're doing?
No, this would just be the vow of...
Vow of enmity?
Why is that word so hard to say? Enmity. Yeah.
Okay, so that one only costs a bonus action.
Cool. So I can do that as well as move and cast?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, depending on the casting time of whatever spell you choose, but yes.
Okay. So I am going to channel that.
'Kay.
And so I now gain advantage on attacks against him.
Okay.
I can't attack, cast, and do that, though, huh?
No.
Yeah. Do I just go... Should I just smite go straight crazy on this guy, or prep us? Probably prep us for a battle, right?
We don't know how many of these things we're going to have to fight without getting a chance to recover.
So let's see how we fare without buffs right now. Is what you're getting at?
I mean, that could still go either way. I can take a hit or two. I don't know about Wanda, though.
I bet Espresso.
I
How you doing?
got
over-
21 HP,
Oh, okay.
so I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Not terrible.
All right, then I think I'm just gonna do a standard attack then.
Okay, sounds good. Go
so here we go. Oh, I'm so worried about that situation. Okay. Also, I want to ride a bike before we leave because I have land vehicles. Ooh, yikes, bikes. So that is let's see, what's my attack bonus is +5.
+5?
So that's a 15.
15. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yes. Okay, so I'm one-handed, so it's a 1d8.
Yep.
+3. Come on, baby. Yes. 8.
8 damage. All right.
I just kind of stab. Just shank it.
Okay, so and as your sword lashes out and scores a hit on the creature, sort of where your sword hits, you see a sort of puff of blue light, and at the same time, beneath your armor, you can even see that the ether amulet sort of flashes blue in time with the hit.
Interesting.
What's that connection?
Okay, and now we're on to Aidan.
We all stop mid-battle to look at each other and go,
All right. We have enough space here to both be in front and attacking.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, Gerber is going to take a step forward and grab onto his great axe with both hands and take a downward swing.
Get him, Gurr Burr.
Go for it.
Let's see if I can roll well for
Gurr Burr
once.
smash.
Okay, not terrible. That's a 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
And just to double check, I am rolling 3d12.
Huh?
Oh, that's incorrect.
No, just the 1d12
Just the
plus
1d12.
3. My mistake.
Yes.
I was like, Gerber's got this, dude. I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna head home right now.
Yeah.
He has it.
I'm just going to go find a jacket that fits me.
11.
11. All right.
11 plus 3, so actually for 14.
Okay.
Dead, all the way dead,
14.
right?
No. Dang it. Okay, so yeah, you swing this axe at it, and it bites deep into this creature, and you rip it out, and same thing happens with the sort of blue puff and your ether amulet sort of flashing.
As Gurr Burr went back with the axe over his head, he kind of went off balance for a second, like a toddler would. But it gave him extra momentum as he brought it back down.
Okay, so it is now the beast's turn, which I guess people should know this. This is your characters don't know this, but this is the Dimensional Shambler. It's been featured a few times by now in this campaign. It is one of the Dimensional Shamblers.
Now, Grayson, I will say that I do still have that cloud there, that if it starts its turn there, it takes more damage. So should I roll for that?
So, yeah, go for it.
Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage.
10 damage, all right. Okay, so the daggers, once again, hurt this thing. It is going to leap up and try to bite Gurr Burr with its great beak jaw. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
no.
That is a natural 20.
After every 20, you have to retire a dice. That's the GM rule.
At this point, I would be out of dice. That is going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
Wow.
And then give me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay.
He can shamble his way home.
Okay. Let's see. 16.
16. You succeed on saving throw. Congratulations.
Huzzah.
All right.
Charisma savings throw.
Yes. And then, as it comes off, it is going to attempt to lash out with its talons at Kira.
Oh, it has a bonus attack.
That is a 14.
Get out of here. No.
Okay, it misses.
No.
Okay, so yeah, so use your
bat its hand away.
armor and shield successfully rebuff its attack. Back to the top of Coleton.
All right. Let's see here. I think the best course of action is just do a little attacky attack.
Ooh.
Let's see. So I'm going to do my rapier.
What?
That's a nat 1.
That one? That's a miss.
That is.
You hit yourself in the head with the hilt.
I'm just gonna retire that dice for this session.
Okay, and moving on to Dusty.
Okay, here we go. I got a lot of interesting things to do here. Oh, that's per short rest. Got it. Man, this thing looks like it's still just kicking. Like you don't. When you GM, do you do the scales?
It definitely looks like it's hurting. It's definitely limping a little bit, but it is still going.
Okay. And this guy, so 5 of these, right?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Right now, there's only 1.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't cast and attack, can I?
It depends. If the spell costs an action, then you
yeah.
can't. If it's a bonus action, then you can.
Okay. Okay, so that is 1 action. Gotcha. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna use a divine smite.
All right.
I think this expends a spell slot though. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe save it for a fresh one.
because who knows if there's a big baddie there. Okay, here we go. Red's been treating me pretty well. Come on, baby. 16 plus.
16.
Is that a hit as is?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. 1d8 plus 3. Come on. 7 plus 3, 10.
Nice. Okay, so this thing is definitely starting to hurt now.
Okay.
Let's out a wail of pain. And now it is on to Aidan.
All right, sweet. Let's see. I mean, I think Gerber's going to do about the same thing again.
But this time giggling.
Yeah. He stopped to take a bite of his snack while you guys were, doing your thing. But yeah, he once again rears back his great axe and takes a swing.
Go for it. Do you want to reckless attack this? Do you want to reckless attack this?
Oh, do I
What
want?
is a reckless attack?
It means he gains advantage on his attack, but then all attacks against him also gain advantage.
Yeah,
I mean, we're pretty. This thing seems near death.
I'll go for it.
Okay, go for it. So you're rolling this with advantage.
That one is, let's see. That's an 11 to hit.
11. Okay.
Come on.
Or no, sorry, I didn't add my bonus. That was a 16.
Okay.
The other one is
Whoa.
a 23.
23. Well, I would say that hits.
Wonderful.
Roll for damage.
All right.
So what is it with the reckless attack? Your damage.
The reckless attack doesn't affect damage. It only affects the
Just-
attack
Oh, it
roll.
gives advantage.
Right,
Gotcha.
Ooh. All right, that's another 14 damage.
Another 14.
I knew there's something about that D12 that felt good.
So you dig into this thing and you rip your axe out, and it looks like it is barely standing. It looks like a gust of wind will knock it over, but it kind of shrieks at you one more time.
Gerber yells back at it.
So it is going to look at Gurr Burr again, and its face kind of aligns with yours, and then this sort of red mote of light appears above its beak, sort of where its eyes would be. Give me another charisma saving throw.
All right. Okay, that is a 14.
14. So you feel this sort of sense of dread start to wash over you, but you push through it, and you shake it off, and so you succeed on your saving throw.
Wonderful.
Okay, and then
I mean, haters are gonna hate.
Yeah.
You know.
okay, and then that is its turn. So then it is still in Cloud of Daggers. So it looks like it's over for this thing.
You're gonna get to kill this thing.
Do you want me to roll at all?
Sure. Let's see how dead it gets.
How dead it is. 4, 5, let's see, 8, 9.
I mean, you could have rolled 4 ones.
That is 10 damage.
10 damage. Yeah, no, this thing is gone. So yeah, so this sort of Cloud of Daggers, which has been slashing at it over and over, it hits a couple more times by those ethereal daggers, and it sort of screeches one more time, and then falls to the ground, and sort of starts to bleed into the sort of purplish essence, and the creature almost seems to melt in front of you.
Do the amulets do anything when it dies?
No.
Okay.
Interesting. So, but when we hit it and it tore open,
They like flashed, right?
Yeah.
it's like we're damaging the ether. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, baby.
All right, boys. Great work. Great work.
Gerber places a giant hand on Wanda's shoulder and just gives her a pat.
And it's covered in that jello stuff from
Yeah,
the tree.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and so,
Thanks,
so you guys kind
thanks.
of look around and you see Delos is kind of like curled up in the fetal position and is like shaking right now.
Delos,
And so like,
run to the room. I tell them about the room. They'll let you in. Get out of here. Go.
okay,
Go.
he gets up and he sprints away. Okay, so you guys now have this portal yawning in front of you, and it seems that the ether cord is somewhere in there.
I mean, they came here. They took it. They went back. There's a remnant of the door. When we slapped that in, it was a, what's this? I mean, we got to go in. You know what? Actually, we could just grab Delos and send him in first. See how it goes.
The thought had crossed my mind.
No, I'm a man of honor. We would never do that. But if you happen to do it, no, I'm just kidding.
Boys, I believe that we have to go into the creepy dark cave meet,
The
whatever
bloody,
this place is.
the bloody upside down.
Yeah. I just hope that it won't be our demise. So,
Anyone else bring snacks?
no.
Is Gurr Burr out?
He's running low, and he did want to throw another one in, but it's not worth it.
How are you looking health-wise, by the way?
I took that 10 points of damage, so I'm down to 25 from 35.
I mean,
you're
if
okay.
we could do a short. What do we regain on a short rest?
You roll hit dice to regain.
What about
Okay.
spells? That's only long rest.
The only long rest.
Yeah, I mean, if we were gonna do a short rest, now would be the time. in my personal opinion.
I mean, I don't necessarily need it, so
For
it's up to
you, I deal a great amount of damage as well, but I
Yeah.
would classify you probably as our tank.
My only I think it'd be a good idea to get some healing in, but it does. I'm worried if there's a time limit on the
I
portal or
will
something
point
like
out that I can do healing word with a bonus action. That'll at least be a D4
I mean, yeah, I know
plus
what
my
you're saying.
spellcasting modifier.
But wait, when you threw the sandwich through it,
that. Yeah.
right? It like opened back up a little. So
Yeah.
just keep chucking random
Is-
shit. You know what I'm
My-
saying?
It wasn't that
couple
when he
minutes.
threw the sandwich in, it opened. It was when he got closer, that it opened,
Oh,
and then he threw.
I enter and I grab the sandwich and come back out and give it to you.
If I did healing word, is my spell ability modifier? Is that this +5 right
No,
here?
that is your spellcasting ability is your charisma, so it is your charisma
Oh,
modifier,
my
your base charisma modifier.
Gotcha. So it'd be a +3.
Yes.
Okay.
So I could get you minimum 3, maximum 7 hit points.
I mean,
Okay.
or
it's
minimum 4, actually.
It's something.
Yeah.
You want me to do that? Because that's just a bonus action, so it doesn't even really...
yeah.
Sure. Send it.
I mean,
it's
I
still spell slots.
I will remind you guys,
Okay.
the only hit point that matters is the last one. Apart from that, there's no difference between being full or empty.
Yeah. So, like, would you... I think it's more beneficial to save it, I think, in case of crisis.
Should we take the short rest and just keep a close eye on the portal?
Yeah, I mean, can we just assume that if at any time it looks like it's shrinking, we're diving in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Now, I would like to ask a question to the DM.
Yes.
How long is a short rest?
Short rest is about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I have a thing that says I can complete a long rest in 4 hours.
Oh, I
and
see.
so I wanted to see if I could abuse that. But
I guess the other concern is if the bloodleaf's back in the other room.
yeah,
start-
we should just bounce.
All right.
Yeah, we should bounce.
Let's do
No,
it.
we got things to heal you if it looks bad.
Yeah, because remember, Jesse, you still have your lay on hands.
Yes. No, and I do have 2 more spell slots, and I also have 2 more spell slots. It would now be a good time for a restroom air outbreak before we go into the dungeon.
So, you guys cross into this portal, and you're sort of hit by a wave of humidity, and you almost feel something deep inside of you feel like this is wrong, like this place shouldn't exist. But you are there. And you take a look, and you're in this sort of red, fleshy tunnel, and you look up and down, and there's darkness on either side of you. And I believe we will end the session there. Thank you guys for tuning into Studios and Dragons. Thank you for all my players for being here. Just remember to support Studio 76 and We Were Say as a whole. We have some very interesting projects coming forward. So just keep an eye on that, and we will see you next time. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.